Hey, Atlantic Adventures is first. Hey, Dominic, how you doing?
Hey, good evening. How are we?
I'm still turning stuff off over here, but
Okay, where we go. It's okay. Oh, great. Bill is first. Atlantic Adventures. Bill, Laura, Jonathan Jackson, Russell. Yeah,
Hey guys.
hey,
good evening,
how you
David.
doing, Dave?
Hey,
Ah, I was just watching videos, hanging out. Not much
sounds
this
good.
afternoon. Very, very slow. Hi Dom, how are you?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good to see. Everybody's here. Hot Rod. Okay.
I suppose some people went out and flew this afternoon.
Hmm. Can only
It was
hope.
nice.
Yeah, the weather was kind of nice here. I just came back from flying a third ship for the day.
Oh, that's great. Good
Yep,
news.
the Paul Arthur Grizzly, the biggest ship on the Great Lakes,
Nice.
and the sunlight was just perfect for it.
That's good.
Getting dark out there now, but yeah,
Yeah, but you're starting to head in the right direction, and I'm heading in the wrong direction. Yours should start getting lighter
longer pretty
pretty
soon.
soon. Yeah.
Hey Justin.
Hey, Justin.
Oh, by the way, Jonathan, I see you in the chat. I got the videos redone for the memberships and stuff, so they're uploaded, ready to go. So I'll play it for you tonight. All right. Sorry, I didn't have it last night when you joined the
Hey,
channel.
Dave, Atlantic Adventure says he likes the buzz cut, Dave.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
The Bill
Hi Bill.
Russell.
Hey
Bill,
Bill. Thank you,
Russell,
Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Laura.
Lauren Rod.
Hey
Okay.
everyone in the chat. I can't see the chat, so I don't know everyone's in there, but hello.
Jonathan.
Hey Jonathan, Laura.
But yeah, I'll show you later this evening when we go live, Jonathan. I'll play it for you.
Smoking.
I felt bad because I didn't
Hey,
have it, and I
Smoking.
know he loves that video. I actually redid it a little bit too, but same clip. Dressed it up a little bit more.
No, good. Yeah. Oh, good work, Bill. Good work.
Excuse me, guys.
You're excused.
Smoking, what's up, man?
Yeah.
Oh, Bill got the Bamboo Labs
Yes.
A1. Yeah, I think David's comes in tomorrow. I think he said. If that was the same notice he sent me from UPS. I know it looks like everybody's moving over to the Bamboos.
Yeah. Good to hear.
What'd you do today, Paul?
I did it 3 ships and
Oh, got 3 today, huh?
yeah, added them.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember when you had the P1P, Bill. That was about a year ago or so you bought that? I don't think you had it that long, did you?
Yeah, yeah, no.
Did you have to save up for it, Bill, or did you end up selling something to get it?
Mm. I sold it to buy my bike. Okay.
Yeah, Bill jumps hobbies quite a bit. I've noticed.
Oh, he jumps from one to another.
Yeah, he's he seems to like to jump
Gets a
around.
little bored.
Yeah, he likes to jump around in the hobbies.
Everybody has a lot of interest.
It's just like Jason, Jason Lavares.
Hmm.
He even said, he goes, I don't know how long I'll be around in the drone community. He goes, because I get bored with hobbies after about a year or two.
Oh,
He'll
really?
jump. Yeah, and then he'll go to something else. So
Hello, Sarah.
I mean, I'm sure he'll still be around hanging out with everybody, but yeah, he'll probably end up getting like me at some point where he'll get bored with it and sell all his drones and find something else to play around with. He's enjoying his, retirement out of the military and all that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, lots of times you don't get necessarily bored with it. It's just that you want a new challenge, Especially,
Oh,
especially
nice.
military guys,
Bill
Yeah, I
Rubber
jump from hobby to hobby too.
they like the
One
challenge.
across the hall, one downstairs, and one above it.
Oh, Jesus.
How you doing?
I'm doing a lot better. My PET scan is clear.
All right.
Right? Good.
So that is 7 years cancer free with something that
Okay.
usually kills you within 2 years.
Good for
Congratulations.
you.
Oh,
And
wow,
nothing to do
Bill.
with me. It all do with God. I
Bill
told him, I
said,
said, Lord, it's yours. Fix it.
All glory.
so Bill won enough money to buy that fucking printer and he only put $10 in the pot. Sure. It's not bad.
You're
It's what like
lucky.
a $700 printer, so that's not bad, dude. Pretty damn
Yeah.
good.
That's luck.
Or 500, I can't remember. It's like a 5 to 700, I think, somewhere in there. But any which way, I mean, fuck, you only spent $10 on the printer if you really look at it that way.
Hmm. Yep.
Sarah said, "That's wonderful, Joe. I've been praying for you."
Thank you.
Yeah, we're happy for you.
Yep.
There's no sense in going through life worrying about stuff,
I'll be honest with you, I haven't worried about it. When they told me the actual incident, when he told me that it was in the lymph nodes and they went in and cut them out, I asked Dr. Carpenter, I said, did you get all of them? And he said, anything that looks suspect, I cut out. And I said, okay. I said, so you're confident in your job? And he said, I'm very confident, like that. And I said, okay, Lord, it's yours, just like that. And he said, okay, I'm glad you got that attitude. Go see your oncologist. That's how he put it to me. He said, you have that, but go see your oncologist. Don't not go. I said, I'm going, you know. So I walked out of the office, sat in my car, and my phone, in my Lincoln, my phone went off. And it was, I had Joel Osteen's verse of the day come through, Numbers 14:17. Now may the Lord's strength be displayed.
Ooh, nice, Bill.
And when that came through, I walked back in and showed him. One of his nurses read it and fell out on the floor.
Can I say that, Bill,
Yeah.
or is that
I've
why you
never
put it
had
private?
any cancer treatment, anything now in 7 years. And I don't worry about when I go in to do the PET scan, I don't worry about them. I know they're going to be clean. Because I also, every time I get blood work, I know how to read the blood work, and the blood work's perfect.
So check this out. Bill went into, I'm assuming, a casino because he said the machines. He only had $30. He put 10 in, came out with 1,500.
Oh, wow.
Who would?
Yeah. So not only could he buy the printer, but he had a little bit of extra spending cash.
Interesting.
So, Bill, if you want to just go ahead and throw a membership over on my channel,
Exactly.
Spread the wealth.
only $2.99 a month,
Couple years
I mean-
ago, my son Nick, we went down to the Silver Slipper right before he left for TBS, and we went down, and I brought like $100 with me. He brought like 100 with him,
Oh,
and I
Oh,
said, I'm
that's
going
nice,
to
Bill.
play some blackjack.
nice, Bill.
So they had a blackjack machine. So I put a $20 bill in, thinking that I could do like a $2 bet or something like this. Didn't read that the minimum bet was $10.
No.
So that kind of aggravated me first off. And I said, although I'm gonna go for it, let's go for something big. And I hit 00 on the thing for the $10 bet, and 00 hit, and I won $380.
Yes.
Wow, that's nice.
He
That's
looked at me
nice,
and he
Bill.
said,
Good
how'd
job,
you
man.
do that? I said, all luck.
I need to get more members on my channel. Start getting up and then I lose 2 or 3. Because you can't even have them displayed on your homepage unless you have a minimum of 8. You have to have at least eight members to do the little video and all that shit. Little welcome video.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that reminds me, I got to redo Nightbot too and add Jonathan's name back in there. Go back over there.
Now,
Or I forget.
why do you have to redo Nightbot?
Because he does a thank you thing for all the members and it says their names out.
Oh, okay.
So if somebody's a member, I add their name into it.
Mark.
Why am I not lying? Oh, there we go. Yes, allow access. Okay, so let me make a shortcut to that. Create a shortcut for Nightbot. Where's my commands list? Oh, oh that helps in docs. Get out of there. There we go.
Yeah.
Ah, here.
Dominic, what'd you do today? Anything?
I woke up, had breakfast. First thing I did was get up and get onto Laura's stream.
Okay.
She basically started as I woke up.
I got Jonathan Jackson. Save that, and we are good to go. But like I was honest with people when I started the memberships. I said, I'm just not big enough right now to really do like members only videos. I mean, it's just, I don't have enough people. Once I get bigger, then I will definitely work on something like that. But
Oh,
but it does help because it helps pay my computer every month and my monitors and stuff like that. So it helps me at least
Yeah.
in that way. Because all the money I get from YouTube goes into what I'm doing here. Just in my system. If I have to get a new controller or something like that for my system, or if I need to fix something.
I just got a shipping label now for the
Oh,
drone.
right.
So hopefully they'll get it on a truck tonight.
cool.
You should have it back in at least 2 or 3 days, and at most.
Monday, Tuesday, yep.
Well, it took 4 days to get there. I'm thinking if it goes today, coming back, it might only be like Monday.
Is
Are they
it coming,
sending
is it coming postal or is it coming UPS?
UPS.
Okay, yeah, it'll still move on Sunday then. Well, see, the postal service is technically they do deliver on Sundays, but it's priority packages only.
Mm.
Yeah.
So they're not technically closed on Sundays. The post office itself is, but there are still people out delivering priority packages.
Yeah, like I said, I'm hoping to get it in Monday, Tuesday at the latest, because we're gonna have a couple of good days. I want to get out to Coop Drive where they have the big water tower that's all lit up and all the Christmas lights. And I want to bring the Mavic 3 and put it up to shoot the night mode because I did that last year. But I want to put the Air 2S up because I have a star filter that all the lights will have stars coming off them.
Yeah, I've seen the star filter.
And so and I was gonna go back to the post office for a sec. But you know what I think is really stupid is as fast as the world is moving these days and as much things are being shipped and moved, I don't understand why the post office still does that closed on Sundays bullshit. It should be open every single day for 8 hours a day. I'm sorry. It's stupid to be closed.
Well, they should have some sort of automated system like a self-checkout.
Well, I'm saying they should have those post office should be open every single day.
Yeah.
We do. We have
Especially
our
in the
stuff automated in ours.
Well, we do too, but
But
I'm
it doesn't
saying
work.
as
Yeah.
fast paced as the world is today, I'm sorry, but banks and all that shit shouldn't be closed on
Yeah.
the weekends anymore. Everything should be open every day because that's how much money and packages everything's being moved these days. To me, it seems completely counterintuitive to be closed for a day when that's potential revenue you could be making. I don't see why they do that. I think it's stupid.
Yeah, they have a rolling bin type thing to put packages in on a weekend, and it always jams up, and you have to wait till Monday, and then the machine breaks down on Sunday, and they don't fix it till Monday. So what's the difference?
All right.
Mm.
So were you out with Johnny today, Joe?
Nope. I had to go see the doctor, see the football coach, and I
What's up,
came
Lance?
back here to avoid everybody.
Lance.
He just sent me a video of flying his Avata in manual mode.
Yeah, he told me that he did yesterday, and I don't know if that was yesterday's flight or today's flight, but he did a manual mode with it.
Thomas brought those home from school.
It's a
Lindor.
start.
Okay.
He says he can't turn yet. Yeah, okay. So he can get it off the ground and get it in the air and kind of hover it at this
And
point.
he knows his parents. He brought a milk chocolate for me and a dark chocolate for his mother.
Yes.
So
I can't believe you make them pay to come home.
it's called a parent tax.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, he just brought. He got a little like 5-pack of them. Came in a little tube, and he came in here and he handed me 2 of them. He goes, "Here, you can have the red one. I know mommy likes dark chocolate, so she can have the blue one." I was like, okay. I don't honestly. I don't eat a lot of candy because, like I said, I have kind of a funky stomach. So
Mm.
as much as Tim and Max and everybody want to say I sit and eat all day, I really don't. Like the other day, I was on match stream. I actually had to go lay down in the bed for like 10 minutes because I hadn't eaten nothing all day and I started getting shaky. And Sarah got freaked out and she had to run to the kitchen and make me a couple frozen burritos real quick so I could eat something real fast.
Just drink orange juice.
I
Or
don't eat a lot. Like I usually eat once or if my most twice a day. I'll either eat breakfast and lunch and dinner or I don't eat 3 times a day.
Interesting.
So it'd
The
be
only re-
interesting, Joe, to see how well he flies come April.
Oh yeah. I don't think he flew today though because the winds were like I think 34.
Yeah,
Right.
that storm in the Gulf is pretty big, as in the entire Gulf.
Oh,
Rod, why are you even talking DJI? You don't even fly those anymore.
Yeah, I did.
Look, don't try to save face for Joe. We know you're all FPV now.
Actually, I flew when I flew with Jerry and Ken last weekend. I flew the Mavic 3 when we were in Flagler, and I flew the Autel when we were at the High Bridge because my RC Pro was stomping all over both the Mini 3 and the Mini 4. If I got anywhere near them with my RC Pro, they disconnected.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, what's Hodges
I-
doing in the chat?
It's
Where are you
it
at?
literally stomped on both of them. So
Oh,
that's an
well,
03 and an
tonight's
04.
date night.
Oh, so he's just stopping in to say hi. Okay.
Yep.
What's up, Hodges?
Hey, he's got something in there about a whip.
Yeah, she's whipping them.
Oh,
I
what's
don't
up,
know.
Mark? If I didn't say hi to you.
So I don't know
Whipping good.
I don't know whether it's because of the antennas on the RC Pro, because it had the extra antennas to begin with. That was one of its advantages. The only other thing I can think of, because you wouldn't think because it's working on the same frequencies and it's supposed to auto hop and all that crap, that you would have thought it would have negotiated out. The only other thing I could think of that was
David?
on my RC Pro at the time. Normally I turn it off. But when I got on my RC Pro, it was bitching at me about not being logged into my DJI account. So I had to turn the Wi-Fi on and connect to my phone to log in and to get internet to log into my DJI account. So my Wi-Fi was turned on. So maybe it was the Wi-Fi being turned on the RC Pro is what screwed it up. But when we went to the second location just to avoid the problem, I flew the Autel and we had 0 issues.
Oh, David, Atlantic Adventures ordered the P1P. So he'll be getting that pretty soon. And he only paid $10 for it.
Oh.
And the other thing is, Justin, I'm actually thinking about going out tomorrow and going over to the beach and flying with these high winds and showing what the ocean looks like with the high winds. Probably with my Mavic 3. Probably with the Mavic 3.
Yeah, it was pretty windy here today. It's been just cloudy and just kind of dark all day, dark, cloudy, and windy.
Not as strong as when I put my Evo 2 up, but it'd still be relatively impressive.
Oh no, that's right. You were getting the A1, right? Was that it? Sorry. He was getting the same one you got, I think, David. I was thinking of the P1P because we were talking about that a minute ago.
Yeah, he said A1 in there, not A1.
Yeah. So he just ordered the same one you got that you're waiting on.
Isn't A1 a steak sauce?
It's a very
Yes, it
delicious
is.
steak sauce.
It is.
It is a very
Now
good.
I'm hungry.
Fun, just a money saver tip for you guys. If you want A1 steak sauce, don't buy the name brand, buy the Walmart brand. You won't tell the difference. And it's about a third of the cost. Because A1 sauce is fucking expensive. It's like $6 or $7 for a little ass bottle. You can get the Walmart brand for like $1 or something. It tastes just as good.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's your tip for the holidays.
Yep. Money saver tip for the holidays. You're having a steak dinner. You want to save a few bucks.
Oh. Yeah, I
That's
had something
true.
strange happen when I flew with Johnny over at the lighthouse. I got directly above the lighthouse, and I was top down looking directly at it, and started to fly, and all of a sudden my screen went completely black. And I looked at it, and I hit the gimbal, and I had nothing. And I looked at it, and all of a sudden I got my picture back. So I don't know
Which
if it was
drone?
Mavic 3
With the RC?
RC Pro. I looked to see if I hit a button that maybe turn it off, you know. And
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, that was
So
the
you
first
had
time
the
that's ever
opposite
happened.
problem. It was my RC Pro that was stomping on them, not them stomping on me.
Yeah, it completely just went black, and then all of a sudden came back. But it was a good 4 or 5 seconds.
Almost sounds like it
Yeah.
tried to go into sleep mode.
That's what it looked like it did.
Oh, like David says, Bill, he doesn't recommend garbage. So
I
That's
never
why-
recommend garbage. I
Well, no,
always buy
see-
the high end stuff. It lasts longer.
well, see, that's why I love David, right? Like I love him and hate him at the same time when I ask him, well, what do you think I should buy? I'll be like, look at this $20 screwdriver set, right? David would be like, no, that's trash. Buy this one. It's like $400. Like, Jesus Christ. He'll give you good recommendations, but it's always the top of the line shit. So you got to spend some money when you get the recommendations you recommend. So it's like, I just needed to take a screw out.
I guess the good news about that is, Joe, the Mavic 3 will find its way home, no problem.
Mhm. Well, I was only about 20 feet off the top. So I thought that something happened where all of a sudden it went down. It turned off on me. That's the first thought I had. So first thing I did was I went up a little bit. And as soon as I went up a little bit, that was pretty close to the top of the lighthouse. I was about 20 feet above it. So
Wonder
when
if
I went
some
up a little bit,
metal-
all of a sudden it might have been that metal that did it.
Yeah, it
And
might have
just
been
came
some
right back,
metal
and I
in
never
the
had another
lighthouse.
issue.
Yeah, it might have been the metal in the lighthouse
Hmm.
with the range.
But you get right above and you're getting ready to go up and do a little turn. And all of a sudden you got nothing. And I'm thinking all I was doing was picked up and I looked that way to hear if I could hear a clang. And a cling, you hit it. I was thinking, oh no.
Through that.
Yeah,
David.
you return to home altitude as long as it's fine. It would find its way home.
Unless the thing completely shut down and fell.
Yeah,
That's
odds
what I
of
thought.
that are not very good.
Yeah.
It's a good drone.
It wasn't a panic moment, but it was got my attention moment.
Hmm.
Really liked his broadcasting program.
Sort of like when you fly up on something and realize it's right beside you.
What's up, Al?
I didn't see that tree.
Oh yeah.
That'll wake you up in a hurry.
Now,
That video I did at Fairview Park, where I came around and it was with the Avada, and I came around and I looked up and I'm looking right at a branch, and it was just like a little hand like this sticking down with the branch.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and I was close enough to stop. I really was, and I said, "Oh, this thing will get through that. I think I could bounce through it."
Yeah,
And
it
that
can
sucker grabbed
sometimes.
it, and it looked like I was an acro. I'm telling you. Did a
Ah,
complete 360 spin, went up, and then took off again.
And everybody remember I am covering for Matt tonight. So
Yeah.
8 p.m.
that's-
Eastern. I'm going to start at 8 p.m. instead of 7 p.m. Eastern. So
oh, okay, so it's an hour later.
yeah. And I'll be covering
I'm a
for him
prob-
next week as well.
I'm gonna probably be lurking because I'm gonna have the baby. So
as
Well,
Ken
that's fine.
Heron would say, trees are dicks.
Mm-hmm.
So are power lines too.
Yep.
Because you can go into the most remote area and you'll always find that one ass random set of power lines that's running through a bunch of trees or something.
Mm-hmm.
No matter where you go, there's always a fucking set of power lines somewhere.
There's a place, Princess Reserve. It's one of the few covered bridges that's anywhere near me. There's literally a power line that runs right down the road because there's some buildings in the back of the property. So they've got electric running all the way back. So I always have to look out for that stupid power line.
We've actually got in Carrier, Mississippi, which is maybe about 40 minutes at the max from here. We've got a couple of little covered bridges. And the good news is that I could go up there and fly that because the roads are pretty clean. I got beautiful pictures of it. And there's a lot of good restaurants right in that area to eat, specialized, like for seafood and things. So I might have to make me a little day trip, go up there, get me some catfish, and fly the drone through a couple of bridges.
Sounds like fun.
I tell you where I would love to fly. I might have to do some research on. I kind of think I can't. It's Honey Island Swamp. I think that might be one of the few things because it's a wildlife area that I'd be restricted. I'm gonna have to research because a lot like you do state parks in
State or
Louisiana.
federal?
It's state. That's why I'm thinking it's a possibility.
Yeah, probably. But it's
And
not
if
a state.
so-
It's not a state park. Or is it a state?
Well,
I don't
the
know.
state park I could fly in. State parks in Louisiana you can fly in.
Huh.
But but if you go to down from me, there's let's see, Bayou something. By Bayou Cane, there's another one back there. Bayou, that's Bayou Sauvage, but it's got a specific no drones back there. And that's a wildlife like a Honey Island Swamp. But I would love to get back along just the main road because there's so many little ponds and lakes and gullies and animals. It'd be nice to fly up in that.
Yeah, that lighthouse that I filmed, Ponce Inlet Lighthouse. Supposedly it's no drones, but they don't have it posted around the building. Around the property. It's on their website. So it's like, I don't know how you expect anybody to ever adhere to it. And on top of that, I'm not flying around your buildings. I'm flying over your parking lot because I need to be backed up so I can get the damn lighthouse in the picture. I'm not going to get that close.
I might have to.
You got a point.
I might have to
It-
move my camera.
I've literally had a cop come into the parking lot and pull right beside me and have a conversation. He never said a word.
These fucking monitors are so light, every little movement moves them. Might just end up mounting it on the back there. Yeah, there. Shouldn't be too
Son's
bad.
getting all his equipment on, getting ready to leave. Look like a thug. Oh, I work for wildlife fisheries.
Don't let that old man talk to you like that.
He just told me that he looks like he works for wildlife
You
and
do.
fisheries.
No, I'm gonna give it to her when she comes in.
Go show him.
I
I don't know, Joe. I'd look at before you fly, see if it says anything. Generally, if it's something state oriented,
I could try. I could see. It depends on how traffic looks.
oh, he can't hear us, can he? Oh yeah.
No good.
What's no good?
I'll tell
Yeah.
him.
His son can't hear us. I said, don't let that old man talk to you that way.
you know, Lance, I've actually flown
I'll
in
tell him.
higher winds.
You notice he keeps muting himself. He's like, I'll tell him. I'll tell him. They're not letting us hear it though.
I think I showed that.
He's on the phone.
On the phone. Okay. Gotcha.
Now here, he's coming over here. He looks like he works for wildlife and fisheries. Come back here.
Well, I got the jokes.
Looks like he works for wildlife and fisheries.
Yeah.
like that. Justin said to tell you, don't let that old man talk to you that way.
That's right.
Him?
Yeah.
I ain't worried about him.
Look at
I'm not
You
worried
gotta
about
worry.
him. Said he ain't worried about me. Better respect. You got to go to sleep.
that. You gotta go to sleep sometime.
Oh yeah, here it is.
Don't hit my dog.
I know I showed this before, but I'll pop it up. So this is my Evo 2 Pro. This is like
And
35 mile-an-hour winds with gusts into the 40s.
Dan said, "Who's the beefcake with the gun?" That was Joe's son. He's a cop.
So yeah, Lance, I've put my drone up in really high winds before.
okay, I must get me one of those then.
Now I want to do it with the Mavic 3. The winds won't be this high. The winds that day were probably mid 30s, steady with gusts into the 40s. Everybody at the beach was like, how the hell is that thing hanging in the air? It did. Everybody says that thing flies like a brick. Well, it's a good thing it's a brick when the wind's blowing that high. So since the winds are going to be up tomorrow, not quite that high, but I figured I'd take my
Should be
Mavic
all right.
Pro over and essentially try the same thing, right? And see how it flies.
You should be all right because I put
Yeah,
the
it will be.
Mavic 3 up in 30.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I
I'm not
actually
worried about
flew it
it
out
at
to the
all.
lighthouse. I flew it out to the lighthouse right at a sunset, and it was about 28 mile an hour. And I got out to the lighthouse, and I said to myself, I had 100% battery, so it wasn't an issue. So when I get out there, and as soon as I made that loop around that lighthouse, it said, "High wind warning, you may not make it home." Like that, and I said, "Oh, come on, you're just telling me that because I still got 90% battery. Leave me alone."
Yeah, exactly. I more want to do it just because the waves are being kicked up pretty good right now.
Yeah, Johnny flew the Avata out to the lighthouse and did a loop on the lighthouse with it. That's 2,000 feet. And I had 80% battery on the one because I didn't have a new battery. Everything had warmed down a little bit. If I'd have had 100%, I was going to think about doing it. He said
Oh,
it had winds.
I was gonna tell Johnny, I might as well tell you. Go get a set of Yagis to put onto your goggles. The antennas on your goggles. It works. Believe it or not. I've got a set for mine. And it does seem to make the connection better. So with the Yagis on, you could easily reach out there. They're like $15, $12, something like that. I got them off Amazon.
Johnny sent me something and said in Acro, so it might be the same thing he sent you.
Yeah, the video. Probably. It's probably that video he sent me.
In front of his
Little
house.
clip. I didn't notice where it was.
Yeah, it's in front of his house.
I'll just
Yeah,
say
see
he launched really hard.
We went straight up in this one.
Yeah, he did. He went up.
Yeah.
He went up high fast on the launch. He didn't even attempt to sort of try to ginger it off the ground. Looks like he jammed the throttle pretty much most of the way up.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
To be expected when you're just starting. You have zero throttle control. It's okay. It's where he wanted to be anyway, so that he had plenty of room between him and the ground. It's fine.
Well, I'll tell you what, when he's coming back towards his house, you seen him coming down and all of a sudden lift up a little bit because he looked, I guess he saw all the wires he was getting ready to go through. And then he hit the oh shit button.
Which is how he got it on the ground. He took off acro, but didn't land acro. So, and that's okay. That's kind of the point of the Vada, right? So that you can learn. So, all good. It's a good
Well, I
stuff.
like it. I like what it does. I like the fact that I could fly at 20 miles an hour, 6 inches off the ground, or I could just cruise around, take my time.
Mm-hmm. No, agreed. That's why I like it with the motion controller. Now I have the FPV drones. I got no inspiration to fly the Avata in manual mode. It's way too top heavy compared to my regular FPV drones. And not nearly as agile. That Baby Hawk 03 I have, oh my goodness. Open prop and sub 250,
Mm-hmm.
4S, which is essentially what the Avata is 4S. That little bugger is fun to fly.
Well, don't be surprised if the new Avata coming out is an open prop.
You know, considering what Maddie said on one of the shows the other day, I'm assuming it is because he's been talking to the guys that have it at the moment. Sub 250 open prop. That would be interesting.
The only thing that's going to get me mad is if it's 04. And it's going to be 04.
Yeah, you know, Mad Tech wasn't sure that it would be 04, and I
That is
kind of agree with him, but it probably will be. But
What's up, JDS?
here's the deal with the 04 though. I don't know how you put that crap. I don't know how you put the 04 crap on a sub 250 drone, because what they did with 04, other than adding 2 frequencies, which is like oh hum, they added all the extra antennas. You can't put all that weight on a sub 250 FPV drone. Plus the extra receiver or transmitter or whatever it was they did. I mean,
What's up,
they
Edward?
did on the Mini 4, obviously.
There, I got my camera remounted off of the monitors.
okay.
Because these monitors are so fucking light, just the lightest movement was moving the camera. Because they're like, there's no weight to them at all. My old monitors were, office monitors. They were big, heavy. They were about that thick. And these ones are like paper thin.
Mm.
But anyways, Joe, I intend on buying that when it comes out. Whatever it is, I'll buy it.
Well,
and keep
if,
it.
if it's an 03, I'll probably buy it. But if it's 04, I'm going to wait.
It'd be worth having for the new goggles. Not that I like the cameras on the front of the new goggles. I'm sure I'll just find the setting and turn those things off.
See, then we're going to find out whether 03 and 04 can go back.
We already
That's
know
what we're
that.
gonna find out.
We already
Oh, we know
it
it can. But they won't.
Yeah, that will be the story. Are they going to be dicks about it?
Because what they're going to do is they're going to price themselves. They're going to walk themselves out of everybody's favor. And then people are going to get ticked with them and not want to buy anything.
They better not do it, because I'm telling you, Walk Snail and HD0, especially Walk Snail, it's got some damn good shit, including way better latency than DJI for the FPV drones.
Oh, that's right. You're in school, Lance. So yeah, you got the next
Yep.
2 weeks or so off. That's right.
The one thing Walk Snail
Even be-
doesn't have right at the moment is the camera, but it's not like they couldn't
Kids started their vacation today.
borrow
Yeah.
DJI's camera to put on their system.
Today was their last day of school for the next 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, they go back January 3rd?
Something like that. Yeah, it's right after New Year's. A few days after New Year's.
Probably the 3rd.
It's the Wednesday after New Year's. whatever date that is, which I thought was stupid. I was
Third.
like, you couldn't have just moved their vacation start time up 2 days. Like they could have done Monday and Tuesday of next week, and then it would have just went right in through that weekend and started on that Monday. But they're starting them on a Thursday, and then they go back for 2 days, and they have the weekend off.
Johnny,
Because New Year's is on a Monday, so they're off the next 2 days. They go back the third.
Yeah, that'd have been the third then.
Anyways, Joe, I suspect the next FPV is not really so much about the drone as it is about the goggles. So one would think if they're
I'm flying
going to
a-
try to sell goggles and they know there's a shit ton of O3 air units
What
out
the
there.
hell is Johnny talking about? I'm flying
they
a
would-
14S with a 07 air unit. Like,
That they would make it compatible with the O3.
oh, so you guys go back a day early than we do.
I wonder how big a 14S battery is.
Yeah, go and make one.
I might need a 737 to put that one on. Or is that a 787? Well, the 787 does have those lipos.
Mm.
For my old cup.
Can I use this one?
When?
Right now?
Yeah, it would be.
It's like a car battery.
Be that big.
And I think John Coopy's get the same opinion I do of the camera on the front of the goggles. He's like, I think it's going to be more annoying than it's going to be helpful.
Mhm.
You know, when you're flying, the last thing you want to do is be looking at somebody in front of you and not paying attention to your FPV drone. It's a great way to crash it.
Mm.
So it depends on how they implement it. It could be okay, or it could just be a pain in the ass. And I'm sure they're going to come out and they're going to sell it like mad that, oh, this is the grandest thing ever. And you're going to find out it's the most annoying thing they did.
Yeah, I could find enough ways to crash. I don't need anything else to help.
Yeah.
So we have a soccer game in 15 minutes over the girls' soccer on the field, the boys after. And they ain't getting me out there. I'm not going. I'll go to the one tomorrow. I'll shoot a daytime soccer game at 1.
Is that from Spoof I smell? I think it is.
And if you
I'm
looked
muffled.
at that video from Billy and Eddie, Eddie was saying sell the goggles. He wasn't saying sell the drone. He was saying sell the goggles. And pointing at the goggles in that video.
Hmm.
Okay. So I guess the new goggles are going to be good. It's going to be a matter of how expensive they're going to be.
I'm all
Please.
charged up, ready to go for tomorrow. Just
Look at all the
gotta get
cables.
to tomorrow.
Those are all the cables they gave me for the screens.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I
You
didn't
got-
even.
You got HDMI and deep DisplayPort cables in there.
Yeah. Well, I did add one of the ones that I had in there. It's a VGA to HDMI. I have every damn type of, like I said earlier on Laura's, I got every type of cord there is. HDMI to VGA, HDMI to DVI. I got all of them. So if I ever run into where I need a specialty cable, I got every one of them as far as display cables go. I have VGA to VGA, DVI to DVI. But on my computer, my graphics card, it has 2 displays on an HDMI port. I only use the 2 displays.
Anyway, Joe, my guess is February on the next one.
Hmm.
Well,
What's up, Joel?
Right after Chinese New Year, whenever that is,
Yeah.
and whenever it ends. Right after that is probably when they'll do it.
For everybody else that just popped in, remember I'm covering for Matt tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. So I'll keep reminding
I know
everybody.
Elijah.
So there's a handful of people that just came in. So what's up, Rigger? Joel,
Nah.
how's it going?
Joe.
How you doing, your stiffness?
Uh,
So let's see here. February
We
10th.
had, we had, we had a call one night and they had a guy, rigor mortis already set in. And my partner walks up and the cop saying there said, yeah, he's dead. He's been dead a while. My partner walks over, gets him by the wrist. It won't move. He says, he gone. He walked up. He gone.
he dead.
Yeah, so February 10th is Chinese New Year.
Rigger, you gonna stop in tonight, man? Come on, I want to see those prints. If
Yeah.
you're free, if you ain't got nothing going on. I can't keep up with Mike and what he's printing. Jesus Christ, dude, he's gone complete
Yeah.
ape shit. I think he's been locked in his basement for like the last 3 weeks. I don't even know if he's come out of there.
Ooh, Johnny's in here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He said he was flying a 14S battery with an 07 air unit.
I didn't realize it was him that made that comment.
Yeah.
The reality is they're starting to reach the end of what they can do with AkiSync, to be honest.
Sit us, if you want, Rigger, at least if you can send some pictures, I'd appreciate it. So I can show them off. You can do so. Send Tim some pictures.
Daryl.
Johnny said he set a world record for crashing since Sunday.
What's up, Daryl?
Yeah, probably not. They could add 6 gigahertz, which is one of the new Wi-Fi ranges, but ultimately their issue is that they can only push so much wattage out of that stuff, and I don't know how many more antennas and receivers you're going to get an extra kilometer over what they claim now for range. So,
all right, yeah, I appreciate it, Rigger. That way I have some stuff to share on the show tonight.
ironically, what they need for longer range is 900 megahertz.
Mr. Fly Sky, yeah, drones, Daryl.
That was easy for you to say.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
play some videos tonight if any of you guys want to come by and drop some links. We'll play some videos for you guys if you want.
And Johnny Drone Flyer, thanks for stopping in.
Yep.
Because somebody's got to come in and hold Rod's hand, you know?
Yeah.
Joe holds Johnny's hand.
Just don't pull a JDS and send me a link for a 30-minute long video. He's like, just play this video. Take a look at this. And it's like 45 minutes long. I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro.
Let me just sit there watching.
You know, it was funny. When I got the Mavic 3, I wanted the Mavic 3 because I wanted a bigger drone, heavier drone. And I had the Air 2S, and I was flying the Air 2S more than I was flying anything. And now that the Air 2S is going to be repaired and coming back, I'm more excited for that coming back because I know I'm going to be using that probably a little bit more than the Mavic 3 unless I really need the Mavic 3. So it's going to take a little wear and tear off the Mavic 3.
That was how I ended up with 2 Evo 2 Pros. So I could spread the workload out.
Well, and if I'm not mistaken, I don't think FPV drones really do good in wind anyway, do they?
It's the prop guards. It's a
Is that-
Cinewhoop. Cinewhoops don't do great in wind.
That's what I'm saying. Like
End of
even
story.
though they're powerful, it's just not they're not real good in wind.
Well, if you don't have the prop guards around it, you should have a little more control.
Well, can't you take the prop guards off the Avata and fly it without it?
Mm,
No, because
no.
it's a pusher. It needs the prop guards to sort of focus the air the way it's designed.
And I tell you, when I turned and went after that boat, that wind hit that thing and was yanking me straight down. I looked up and I noticed that wave was getting closer. That wave was getting closer. And I looked down at the altitude and it said I was at 2.7 feet. And I had started out at 15 feet. And I don't remember going down. And then when
That's what happened when I lost mine.
Yeah.
It dropped out of
When
the
I
air
started-
like 18
yeah.
feet.
When I started to turn a little bit with the sticks, it was wobbling like this, trying to go up.
So a
when
hover
I
in
said,
the
"That's
wind
enough."
does not work well with that drone.
Mm-mm.
It just like it just won't hold altitude. It will just slowly drop down.
It looked nice the way it was doing it, but it was like I said, well, discretion, get out of here. Bring it back.
After I lost one in the ocean, my answer at that point was anytime I'm over water with that thing, just keep it moving. Don't slow down. Just keep it moving. Even if it's just a little bit. Keep it
In other words,
moving.
don't hesitate, right?
5 mile an hour or more. You don't have to be going fast. Just
But when I was chasing it, I was about 17. And like I said, it was still bringing it. The wind was, I was going into the where the wind was coming, and it was, instead of it just staying level, it was pushing it lower. It was making it go down.
yeah. You know, I'm surprised they haven't updated the firmware on that thing. Even with just like safety fixes, they've literally released nothing for that drone since they released the remote ID firmware. Nothing, not a singular thing, not a singular fix.
Mhm.
Telling you, DJI is being screwy right now. They used to be better with their firmware. They used to be more frequent with their firmware. Hello, that Air 3 came out with that cropped 9x16 because it's not spinning the camera. Why the hell is that not on the Mavic 3? Hang on.
Don't know. Had somebody ask me if I took pictures at Mandeville in the 03 season. I don't think so. I think that was right before me. That's reaching. That's way back 20 years ago. So, I think my first year was 2008.
Hey, Joe, maybe you know this, there isn't any NFL football on Friday night, is there?
When it gets later into the season, they do. I don't think it is tonight though.
Okay. Because I saw a clip or something last night that there was a football game last night.
Well,
NFL.
Thursday night they do have one. They have one on Monday, and then sometimes they have two on Monday now, and then they do have them on Thursday night, but they only put them on specialized channels. Like last night, I think it was on Amazon Prime.
Okay, all right, okay. Because I was searching the internet last night to find something to watch. I'd have rather watched the football than half of the crap that was on.
Yeah, they're still particular on that.
There's a little bit of college football left, right? Playoffs or
I'd have to research.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. My first year at Mandeville was 2012. First year where I started shooting Mandeville in particular. So I don't know what that's about. Why he wants 2003 season. Yeah, the coach over there that I went in and talked to the coach, and what he did is he's cleaned all the walls off all the pictures and all the stuff on the walls, and they repainted and everything is nice. It's beautiful. And where they on the top of the wall sections, it's all cedar blocks, cinder blocks, and what they do is you look up there and you can measure it out where a 16 by 20 picture will fit perfect between these two. They had a wooden thing where he used to slide the pictures in. So he's going to leave the wooden things there, but a 16 by 20 will fit right on the inside. So what he wants to do is he's going back to all and getting about 4 names each season that have been prominent players at the school. And he wants me to print a 16 by 20 of each. And he's going to go back as far as he can go back. I got it to 2012. We go back that we got 44 pictures, 45, 48 pictures. So that's about what he need. He could fit like 32. So we'll be good. And what he wants to do is put a 16 by 20 of every one of them up in there. So when the kids come back right after Mardi Gras break, they'll walk in and it'll all be set up. And like my son said, he said, did you realize what you're doing? Because he said, I know you're going to put AI Press NOLA on all of these on the bottom, because I'm not going to charge him anything extra for them. I'm going to let him, I'm going to charge him probably about $2 extra up front. So I'm not going to make a lot of money because it's going to cost a lot of money. And because he's going to frame them and everything. So I'll make a little bit of money. I'll make some gas money. That's all I'm worried about. But that's going to be like a legacy. They'll have all my pictures up there. I'll have that whole locker room. I'm just solidifying that when they win that championship, I get that size 13 ring. Because I put my dues in it. That's cool. I don't even know the guy's name that asked me. I don't even know who he is. Put it like this, I don't even want to go back and look at these 2012 pictures to see how bad they are.
Mm.
Because that's a long time ago. It's a whole different, and it's not that the pictures are bad, it's the processing is bad. Because it was a whole different digital setup and and I was shooting in JPEGs, I wasn't shooting in RAW. So everything's gonna look so much different. Lord help me. Looks like old pictures. Dominic, I'll tell you the example. I'm
Mhm.
looking at, let me pull up standard picture. Okay, I'm looking at a standard picture here of a running back running with the ball, a guy getting blocked in the back, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people in this picture. If I were to take that same picture now, you'd have the running back running with the ball, the guy getting ready to make the tackle, and maybe one more guy in that picture. That's a whole different perspective of the way to look at it. Well, they're not bad, but it's like, to make these look really good, I'm gonna have to crop the hell out of them. It's funny. I'm looking at the girls' dance team in their uniforms, just the uniforms they've got now and the uniforms they wore then. It looked like old people. It looked like old people and stuff. Hairdos are even different. We're talking, what, 12 years? God.
Oh, yeah, things change drastically. Well, guys, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it. We're down to
Okay.
next to nobody.
No
And-
worries then.
And everybody
Yes.
tune in to Justin's, what, at 8 o'clock, right?
8 p.m.
I-
Eastern on my channel. I'll be
8
covering for
PM
Matt.
Eastern, yep.
So stop by, please.
Okay, everybody, take
lurking.
care.
No,
I'll
bye.
talk to y'all later.
Thanks for stopping in.
Later.